What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Monster Bass Live. Obviously, it's just me. It's gonna be me by myself until further notice. But I hope you guys are doing all right. It's good to see a lot of you guys in the chat. I'm gonna be honest. I am not myself today. And I am not, if I don't give you the best show possible, I want to apologize in advance. What went down last week here is really affecting me in a way that I didn't really anticipate. I'm holding space for so many people. So many of my friends lost their homes, lost everything. And here I sit in my house, I've got people in the guest house. I got my girlfriend's mom. She can't, she was in the Palisades. I got friends. And my phone rings nonstop because someone needs an ear because they're going through so much. Like, it's so, I didn't serve. And I can only imagine what like a war-torn city must look like. And when I drove through last Thursday, I don't know if I didn't tell you guys. So I got in, and the police are supposed to escort you in, and you're supposed to you get 5 minutes to go to your house. Well, the moment I got in, I just drove off, and I got to see it firsthand. I walked my friends' homes, what was left. At one of my friends' homes, the only thing standing was this little Buddha statue, so I grabbed it. I got to my girlfriend's mom's house, and there's the safe. And I was able to get it open, and I spent an hour, getting stuff out. I went to some of my other friends' houses, and there was nothing there. There's animals running around, and there's no infrastructure. Like, I'm watching people yelling at cops and firemen, and it's like, I get it, but like, these guys are doing the best damn job they can. And then here I am supposed to go out and make content, and I feel so guilty. Like, it feels so insincere. When I should be out helping. And so I've been almost paralyzed this whole week. Like, I went to my scout meeting last night, and I got families that are affected, and I sat the kids in a circle, and, 1 being the worst day of your life, 10 being the best, 5 being just an average. Like, give me a number and tell me how you're feeling. I got all these kids that are like, some of them aren't going to school. Their schools are gone. Like, the entire city's gone. That entire town is gone. And I sit in my house, and I'm like, how can I use my platform for good? I don't know. I'm supposed to make two videos, and I couldn't even make them because I'm just like, it's so insane. And I know that carrying guilt isn't doing anyone good. It's not serving me. It's not serving them. But man, I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help it. I've never seen anything like this before. And I'm supposed to be the one that like everyone turns to in times of crisis, and I solve all the problems, and I do, and I'm doing it. But man, my friend and his 5 kids, and I don't know how to handle it. I don't know how to support them. It's crazy. So I had to just, I just needed a moment to share that with you guys because I'm not myself. And so I apologize. And I've got some great news for you guys. Rochelle Rivers is our first golden ticket winner of the year. I sent her out a package today. I'm so grateful that I was able to send her something. I'm so grateful. When she gets it, she's going to take a picture. I also want to thank her for her service because she's a vet. So I feel like, we're winning. I want to thank you guys because we sold out of the hammer last week. I told you about this new bait. I put them on special at the show, and we sold out. I don't know when we're going to get more. I got a lot of tickets. So if you bought one, you'll get one. But I don't have any more left. They sold out so quick. I think it was 3,200 units. So I want to say thank you guys. And we're internally, I met with finance today. I met with Rochelle, and we're going to figure out how we can make some donations. And we're going to donate into Monster Bass Cares. And, as you guys know, I started out the year saying I want to raise $10,000 for veteran initiatives, and then the fire started. And so now what I'm doing is I'm trying to, we're working with local officials to find some veteran families. And the money that you guys are putting into this donation, this challenge, is going to go directly to them. If you're not familiar with what the challenge is, I'm going to put it here in the chat for you guys. I'll do it right now. And I'll leave it here. And whatever you donate, 10, 25, 50, 100, if you catch your PB this year, I'll give you your money back, and I'll make a donation in your name to the veterans. So you can't lose, because if you donate, you're helping a great cause. If you catch your PB, I'm going to make that donation in your name and give you your money back. And I want to say thank you to Martin Herzl, Brian Peoples, Beth Langston, Roger Williamson, Eric Fisher, Cast of Nasties, Jason Payne, T-Rex, David Alice, Eric Young, and Jared Eastman for making donations and supporting this. And so I just want to say thank you to all you guys that are helping me. And if you feel compelled, and you don't have to, if you feel compelled, the link is pinned in the chat, and you can donate today, tomorrow, whenever you want. If you want to help me, share the link. Share the link out with as many people as you can, because there are veteran families that lost their homes. It's not just the Palisades, it's Altadena, it's those other areas, and they could use our support. And I'm going to find a way to use my platform to support these guys, because there's so many people that are there aren't enough homes. And even if you live there, there's no infrastructure, there's no power, there's no water, there's no banks, there's no stores, there's nothing there. And so that's my my goal is to find some families and help them. And one of the things I'm going to do today is I'm going to auction off a few items. And here's what we're going to do. I'm going to tell you about the items. And if anyone's interested, all you got to do is comment in the chat how much you're willing to donate towards it. And the winning bid will get the item, and I'll donate whatever it is that you guys want. We're going to do that. We're going to talk about the new item that finally showed up. I know some of you guys are talking about the pre-order. Those are shipping as we speak. And I'll show you about this. We'll go over some picks. We'll talk about some new baits. And obviously, we'll do some golden tickets. But so I want to get in on this auction that I'm going to do today. So the first things first, I'm going to auction off a lunker stick, and 100% of whatever you bid on this, whoever the winning bidder is going to get the lunker stick of their choice, and 100% of the money will go to vets that are displaced by these fires. So like I said, the first item that I'm gonna put up there is a lunker stick. And and I'll open the bidding. And if anyone wants to bid, great. And if no one wants to bid, that's fine. I'll move on to the next item. I'll tell you the items I'm gonna auction off. I'm gonna auction off a lunker stick. I'm gonna auction off a favorite Summit casting rod, which has an MSRP of $349. I'm gonna auction off an 8-pack of spinner baits from different brands, 8-pack of crankbaits from different brands, 8-pack of Grande Bass, $100 gift card, and then I'll auction off 3 of the tackle boxes. And so the way I figure is, whatever anyone's interested in, great. Comment in the chat, and if you're interested, like I said, I'll contact you afterwards. We'll figure it out, and all this money's going to go to good cause. So, is anyone interested in bidding on this lunker stick? Hold on, I'm getting a bid on my phone from somebody. All right, so I got 50 from Peter Dokus. It's a lunker stick. If you need a lunker stick, if you need to know where it is, I will put it in the. Sorry. Here it is. I'm putting it in the chat for you guys. And here's the lunker stick, so you can check it out. Thank you, another guy fishing 60. Thank you, Kristen. We're up to 75. I'm gonna keep it open for like a minute, and I thank you guys for bidding. Whether you, again, there's no pressure. Southern Tide Chasers. Thank you, man. Thank you. I know you've been making some nice content, and I sent you some baits yesterday. We got $100. Thank you so much. Anyone else want to bid on this item? Going once, going twice. Amazing. $100. Southern Tide Chasers. Thank you. Oh, 110. I gotta honor it. I mean, it's for a good cause. 110. Going once. Going twice. All right, new fishing at 110. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, here's the next item. It is, let me see if I can find it here. It is a Summit casting rod from Favorite. See if that link works for you guys. This rod goes for $349, and I'll ship it to you. It's the 6'8" casting rod. You can check it out. Anyone interested in buying this, with 100% of the proceeds going to charity? If not, that's cool. I'll take it off. T-Rex. Thank you. T-Rex at $100. Thank you so much. William Sullivan, $120. Thank you. This is a rod that goes for $349 MSRP. It's the 6'8" version. 6'8" medium heavy. William Sullivan at $150. Thank you. William Sullivan at $175. I love this. It's all going to veterans. Thank you. You're going to get a great rod. And you're going to get a great rod, and we're going to help out some people. All right. We got the Favorite Fishing USA Summit casting rod, MSRP $349. We're at $200. $210 for Kristen. Thank you so much. All right. $210. This is a rod that goes for $349. $210. Going once. Going twice. Anyone want to go $220? All right. Oh, fishing with T-Rex, $210. All right. Or $220. Anyone want to go $225? $230. $225. All right. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. All right. William Sullivan at $225. Going once. Going twice. William Sullivan. Thank you so much. Yours at $225. Congrats. All right. What do I got left? I got 3 of these. Here, I'll put it in the thing. Okay. Hustle that shit. Yes. All right. New tackle boxes. What 3700 version, waterproof. They just came in, I believe, yesterday. These, I think I put them at $17. So, anyone want to give me? Take it at 20. I got 3 of them. Anyone want one for $25? Take it off the board. $20 for one. Man, dad stuff. $30. Gotta put a number in, Southern Chaser. Man stuff, dad. You're getting one. Oh man. Another guy fishing, $35. Thank you so much. Again, it's all gonna go to veterans. So all right. We got all right, we got 2 at 35. I'll honor both of them. We got 1 at 50. Matt Brown Fishing. All right. Unless anyone is going above 35, it's going to be Matt Brown, John Gallion, and another guy fishing. Matt Brown, John, going once, going twice. Thank you, guys. And another guy fishing. All right. What do I got left? I got a $100 gift card. I mean, I can't really. I'll tell you what, Jacob Smith. I'll throw you in at wait, 3 for 65. What does that work out? Wait. Hold on. $100 gift card is the next item. I got Hillier Outdoors TV. Can you confirm that you're bidding $90 on this thing? I love you guys, and I promise we're going to get to some items and stuff. Show you guys some baits. I'm going to show you 2 new baits. My FedEx package got delayed by FedEx. Okay, we got $90. Anyone want to go higher on a $100 gift card? I'll tell you what. I'll let as many $100 gift cards go at $90 that people want. All you got to do is type 90 in and I'll make sure you get one. Marty Lawson, thank you. We got 2 gift cards, one at 90, one at 100. Anyone else? $100 gift card, minimum bid $90. Going once, going twice. Done. We're done with gift cards. Thank you guys so much. We're gonna do 2 more items, 3 more items, and we'll be done. 8-pack of spinner baits. You'll see multiple brands, probably 5 different brands in there. I promise it's worth, if there's $7 each, let's just call it. Matt Brown, you're texting me, ask me if you want me to Venmo you. I will reach out to you afterwards. 8-pack of spinner baits. It's easy worth $50. Will someone give me $50 for them, and I'll take it off the board? Yeah, there'll be 50. Done. So sold to Kristen. I will as many at $50. I don't have a pick because I gotta. They're all in the store. I'm gonna have to give them to you. So, anyone else want a 8-pack of spinner baits, or am I moving on? $50 is. I promise you'll be happy with it. Going once, going twice. All right, next item up is an 8-pack of crankbaits. Again, I'll do them at $50. As many people that type in 50, I'll make sure you get them. I'll leave them. It'll be a mix of brands. I'll contact you. We can talk about like whether you want deep or medium divers or square bills. I will make sure. Wow, Kristen, thank you so much. Yeah, I'll contact you, and if you want square bills, or you want to mix, we'll figure it all out. $50, 8-pack of crankbaits. We'll figure it all out. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Russell. Thank you, BTM 604. God, you guys are great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. Again, it's all going to go to veterans. We're going to help some families that are displaced by the fires, and I'm going to do my part. Thank you. All right. Anyone else? Oh, T-Rex. Thank you so much. All right. Pretty good. Anyone else? Last call on the crankbaits. Thank you. All right. Last item. 8 packs of your choice. Grande bass. Actually, I'll tell you what. I'm going to make it 10 packs. 10 packs of Grande bass. What do we say? We do it. T-Rex. Thank you. Thank you. $75. Spectre. Thank you so much. You'll get a pack. You'll get it. So thank you. I'm gonna at 50 and above, I'm gonna hook you guys up with 10 packs. So man stuff, dad stuff, you want to go up $10 and get 10 packs of Grande bass? It's my last item, and then we're rolling on because I know that I didn't plan on this. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Going once, going twice. Tony Riggs, thank you. Anyone else? Going once, going twice. Done. You got it, Greg. Thank you so much. Yes, Devin, you got it too. anyone that types in 50, I'll contact you, and we'll figure out how to make this work. It's not like I got a live auction here. All right. Thank you guys so much. And as always, I pinned the link at the top. If you just want to donate to this challenge, again, whatever you donate, $10. You catch your PB, I'll give you your $10 back, and I'll make the donation for you. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. All right, so the vault. Here's this new item. All right. First things first, what I want to tell you guys is I did not design this. I didn't. There are many that look like this, and they come in orange and yellow and blue. I've seen black. And what I did was I got all the different factories that make these. I tied a brick. I tied a line to the hang tag. I put a brick in. I threw them in the pool. I think you might have seen the video. I drove over, or Rafi drove over them to show how this stacked up against a Plano edge, how it held up against the Cast King Hyper Seal, and I can tell you that they all fared almost exactly the same. You know, we destroyed them all, but one wasn't better than the other. I tested these out in the water. They're great. I've got a show special. I will give you the code right now. I put it in the chat, or I put it in the text message that went out. But here's the show special. You can get these. Use code LIVE115. Down. I even have dogs here that aren't mine. Anyone that uses this code, we're going to take 10% of the sale, and we're also going to make a donation. So anything in the store that you want, save 25%. Use code LIVE115. But like I said, you know, it's got a latch like all the others. It's got the packet to keep your stuff moist so it doesn't rust. And I want to make these things affordable for you guys so that you guys can have tackle boxes, because the idea of spending $30 and $40 and $50 on a tackle box seems ridiculous. It just seems ridiculous. My phone's blowing up asking me for the January unboxing, and my box will be here tomorrow. And so I told you some of the baits last week. The hammer, which the only way you're going to get the hammer now is if you got this month's box. You're going to get the prop spy from Bucket Mouth, which they only were able to send me enough for the boxes. I don't know how to get more. But I want to show you two new baits. And then, so this is a brand new bait from Grande Bass. They got a few of them coming. I believe 3 new ones, and you know, it's a paddle tail swim bait. What really makes this, you know, it's got the hook slot. This thing is super supple, and one of the things that we did when we were trying to get the formula right was to make it as soft as possible, but to make sure that it was going to be durable. Because I'm not a fan of like the ElasTech. I'm not knocking ElasTech, but ElasTech in these baits, I just don't think you get the swimming action. My opinion, and I may not be the greatest angler on the planet, but I can spot the differences when I watch it swim. I was throwing some of the baits yesterday, and you know, here's another one. This is a 4-inch. It's got the rattlesnake type body, but in with like just a tail. So it's let me see what we got here. This is a green pumpkin purple flake. It is scented in the scent that Grande Bass uses. They don't really have a name for it. This one I use, so it's got a bit of a tear, so I apologize. But this is a great little bait, and I think we'll have this out by the end of the month. We're still trying to finalize the name on it. So if you guys want to name this bait for me, I'd love to know what you guys think. So I'm looking for names for this bait. I'd love to know. And I'm looking at you guys to help me. So I got 2 baits. They both need to be named. And I'm not quite sure what we should do. Dragon Tail. Well, that's a good name. I'll be honest. Everyone wants me to come up with some gimmicky name for forward-facing sonar, and I'm just like, I'm so not going to do that. Not going to do that. The rattlesnake flicker tail, the fire shad. I feel like somebody makes a fire shad. I was going to show you guys another bait. Oh, by the way, thank you for all the thumbs up. I love those things. The Swim Town. I was going to show you another bait, but it turns out that the guy designing baits, helping us design baits, also designs he designs some of the baits at Rapala. He designs some of the baits at Hog Farmer. And one of the ones I use, I looked at and I fished with it yesterday, and I was like, I really love the bait from Hog Farmer. It's like a pintail, and it looks too close. It looks too close, and I never want someone to think we're copying. So I called the designer. I'm like, "Did you design the bait for Hog Farmer?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, it makes a lot of sense. I'm like, this looks way too close. Dragon tongue, wiggle stick, get forked. Ooh, I like get forked. I don't know how I don't know if the stores will like it, but there you have it. I mean, all right. So far I like get forked. I just don't know because, we named one of the baits originally when we were going to make one. It was going to be like the Dirk Wiggler. I got a little heat for that. But I do like get forked. It's a good play. I like it. I'm gonna take a call. Oh, my favorite pintail is a spunk shad. That's the one. Spunk shad. Love that one, Brian. That's the one that I was fishing with a prototype yesterday, and someone was like, "Oh, that looks like this bait." Someone said it looks like that bait, and I went in my garage and I had them both, and I could see the resemblance to one of the Rapala baits, but not really. But then I saw the Hog Farmer, and I was like, I called the guy, and I'm like, "Did you design that bait?" And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay, we got to make some more changes then." I don't care what the change is, but it looked too close. It looked too close to me. It's not exact because I put it next to one of the Hog Farmers when I got home, and I was like, "Oh, yes, I know you need a case of 6." So here's what I want to do. I would love to take a phone call. Would love to take a phone call from someone. And so what I'd love to know is, before I get you on the phone, is what do you want to talk about? And so tell me in the chat what you want to talk about. I'm going to give you my number. And we're going to go old school. Fog Harmer. I like that. I like how people play on this stuff. You know what I also saw yesterday was there's a tackle shop called Warehouse Tackle. And every time, so now when I'm searching on something for Tackle Warehouse and I type in the name of the bait and Tackle Warehouse, they come up. I was like, oh, those guys are smart. The Big Booty Judy. You do already have my number, Marty, but if you want, you can call me right now. Let's take a call from the Pentagon's top secret person in charge of fishing. Marty Lawson. I'm taking the call right now. Unless he's not going to cover. The deep undercover. Marty Lawson.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I mean, I'd be lying if I told you I was great.
Yeah. You know, I've seen the videos and stuff. I was actually, I was down in Key West when Hurricane Andrew went through Homestead, Florida, and just leveled the place. There was nothing left.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely know what you're talking about. I mean, there were just people walking around with what they had on their backs and nothing else. And you try and think of ways to help, and it's just overwhelming. So, yep, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's really weird. When I got in, I took some video and I showed it to some friends, and they're like, "Did you shoot this in black and white intentionally?" And I'm like, "I didn't shoot it in black and white. Like, everything's just burned to the ground. The only thing standing were chimneys. It was It was really weird. And then like cars all over the street, like, because what happened was it happened so fast that everyone tried to drive out, and the traffic got in a jam, and then the fire started coming down the hill, and people just started running and left their cars. Some of them running. Like, when I went up there were cars on the side of the road still running. Some of them had burned down, some were still running. And then the bulldozers had to come through to move all the cars so that the fire trucks could get through. And so you just see piles of cars, like piles of pickups and BMWs. And I saw a Ferrari that was burned to the ground. Like, just, it's the craziest stuff.
Yeah. I mean, with that hurricane, there was like this one area where it was like 12 different car dealerships. And all the cars from all the dealerships, brand new cars, just stacked in this one area. You know, we're talking probably 800 to 1,000 cars, just mangled and mashed, stacked on top of one another when that hurricane went through.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's and like I said, you know, we went up there with vans with water and clothes and blankets and food, and it was never enough because of the total devastation and the loss of everything.
Yeah. It was rough. It was rough.
Yeah. There's no way to explain. Really, to experience it is not fun, but to also, you kind of have to experience the heartache of not only the people going through it, but your own heartache that there isn't enough that you can do.
Yeah.
There's never enough that you can do.
Yeah.
And that creates heartache within yourself, and it's depressing. It really is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've been contacting all kinds of people out there, making sure they're okay. Because, you know, I have a lot of people that do work for me out there, and just reaching out, making sure they're okay. I haven't gotten any negatives back yet. So,
yeah,
everyone's doing okay that I've contacted, but.
Yeah.
You know, they keep talking about more winds coming in and everything else. And it's just.
Yeah, the winds are, thankfully, they were supposed to come yesterday and today. And around here, we haven't gotten any. But up by Rochelle, where she lives, because she lives inland or north a little bit, it's pretty windy. But so far, so good. And all right. So, Marty, as of right now, this is, Crush Tickler. That's what it was. Yeah. So right now, someone has named this Get Forked. I don't know who's taking credit for it. We'll have to look in the chat. But how would you rig this? How would you fish this?
So I'll tell you what. I started fishing the grande bass rattlesnake. And one of the things that I do is, one, I don't use your typical wacky rig hook. I'm using a longer shank, straight shank hook because of the density and the thickness of that worm. But then I'm just putting anything from, mostly about a 1/16 nail weight in the head, rigging it wacky, and have just been, fishing it that way. I can get it down a little bit deeper faster. Having that tail on there is just going to be another added bonus. So I have a wall. I have about probably 50 bags of Grande Bass on my wall already, and now I'm going to have to get a bunch of those. So I think that's awesome. But I will tell you one thing that, you know, I want to reach out to Rafi about. These worms, the trophy hunter, which is one of the rattlesnakes. I'm quite sure they might come out with the trophy hunter and that bait. But I'll tell you what I'd really like to see is something in a pearl white and clear back with maybe some red flake in it, to really imitate some of the bait fish, especially when I fish it, you know, nose down. That nose goes down, and if it looked like a bait fish, I'll tell you what, I think it'd be an awesome bait. So something in that white pearl and clear color would be amazing. Because I fell in love with these baits, Rick. The first bag I got, I was out on the lake and I had to call Rafi because I was just fishing. I was just having fun. And I had this bag that I got and I rigged one up and I said, let's give it a try. And I caught 8 bass in 10 minutes. They hadn't seen anything like that.
Yeah.
And I have just been having phenomenal luck using the Grande Bass baits. And that there just is bonus for me.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get my hands on those.
Well, we haven't settled on all the colors yet. We're still trying to narrow down because we're going to stick to 8 colors. So whether it's you or everyone in the chat, I'd love to know what colors you guys like. Because, you know, I'm not making them for me.
Right.
But yeah, I had this on I rigged it on a first contact tungsten weedless, like almost like a shaky head. Matt was having me bounce it off the bottom, and I took it out yesterday, and my head wasn't in it, and I threw it out, and I had a good time, but I wasn't catching. I was getting a ton of bites, but I mean, I got a tiny one, but it was like, you know, I'd never fished this place. I didn't even know where to go. I just went where some little kid was fishing with worms and moved down about, 50 yards and said, okay, it's good enough for me. I'll and then I laughed and gave him all my stuff. So,
yeah. So, I fished in that Veterans Day tournament. It was my first really, really big tournament. There were 97 boats. And we came in 10th.
Nice.
Me and another guy. And I caught the biggest fish on our boat with a Grande Bass bait. And it was that trophy hunter, which I really like that trophy hunter because my favorite baits for clear water are watermelon red flake. For stained water is, that black and blue.
Mm-hmm.
And that trophy hunter is a combination of the two. So the water was just a little tannic. It wasn't super stained. I only had about maybe 1.5 feet of visibility. And I wasn't getting them on black and blue. I wasn't getting them on watermelon red flake. I switched to that trophy hunter, and I just started catching them. So I kind of like that best of both worlds there. That really helped out a lot. And, my favorite colors, honestly. I don't throw a whole lot of just plain green pumpkin.
Yeah.
I fish in a lot of clear water. So I like to have a little bit of flake in there to just kind of make it stand out a little.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you guys could come up with something that really imitates a shad, that pearl white, clear,
Mm-hmm.
maybe some red flake in it, I think would be amazing.
Yeah, I can tell you that on Tackle Warehouse, the 2 most sold colors are Trophy Hunter, and this is across all baits. Trophy Hunter, and then I don't know, Sebednarg. It's Grande Bass spelled backwards. Those 2 colors sell more than the next probably 4 combined. They sell more than green pumpkin, which I didn't believe it, but the buyer at Tackle Warehouse was like, he's like, look, he goes, I have those 2 colors rigged up on my boat at all times. And so anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. It's just really, it depends on the type of water you fish.
Yeah.
You know, I fish these reservoirs that are very clear.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking some days you're out there and you can see down 8 feet without a problem.
Mm.
But then when I went and fished that tournament, it was on a big body of water, Lake Anna, and that water wasn't clear. It was kind of a tea stain.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when that trophy hunter really worked out. So, you know,
yeah,
it really all depends on where you're fishing.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'd love to know in the chat, and I'd love to know what colors you guys would like to see in this bait. Because what I'm going to do is, you know, the moment they're available, we're going to make them available in a Monster Bass box the month before they're generally available to the public. I'm not going to do any like limited edition or special edition colors, because the feedback I got from a lot of people is they love it, but then when they're sold out, they can't get any more. So I'm going to stick with the normal colors, and I'll probably pick like one color to send to everybody, and then give everyone, you know, I'll pick something that I think works really well. I'll you know, one color per region kind of thing. You know, there's no way I'm going to get it 100% right, but I'm going to send these out to everyone as soon as they're available. And then the same with this, we've got some tungsten heads coming. We've got weighted swim bait hooks. We've got propeller heads. We've got a few different, I can't remember what the other one was. Matt Brown might know, but I'm going to pair those up so that, you know, we'll have a good setup so that you can take these and use them in however you'd use them, or in the setup that we provide. But I want to make sure everything pairs with one another together. So even with this bait, I'd love to know from everyone, like, what colors do you want to see in this? Because I can easily get the analytics from Tackle Warehouse and say, oh, what is Kitech? What are their top 8 colors? But like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's the same 8 colors. Why would I want to give you the same 8 colors? I'd like to do
something a little different.
Yeah. So,
you know, Rick, I think one of my biggest things is, now I have a bunch of Kitech, and I use those for swim baits, you know, all the time. I definitely replace it with something like that you're holding if it's more durable than a Kitech.
Yeah.
So do me a favor, get a Kitech and rig it up, and then rig up this bait, and just kind of give it a nice tug. Because I'll tell you what, those Kitech swim baits,
they tear
real easy.
Yeah.
And you know, you run through them. They're great. They're great baits. I mean, I'm not gonna discount that. They are great baits. They just don't last, and they start sliding down your hook shank, and you know, you can super glue them, but now you're just gumming up your swim bait head. So if these have more durability than those Kitech, then my Kitech are going to be coming off the wall, and I'll start stocking up with these.
Well, let me see if I've got, I don't know how many they sent us, because they sent us a bunch of color samples, and we've been playing with the plastisol composition, because again, the knock that I heard from Kitech, and again, we're not knocking Kitech, it's the feedback that I've received, is that, you know, the durability is an issue, and it's a double-edged sword, right? Because you want them to be soft and supple so you get that action, but at the same time, you want them to be durable so you can use a little bit. And
well, and Kitech prices have gone up quite a bit too since I first started using them. You know, so it's also that cost point.
Yeah.
You know, it's a give and take. You're either going to pay the money to get the Kitech that just doesn't last that long and has great action, or you spend a little less, get a little less action, but you have more durability. So, you know, it's a give and take really there.
But here's the challenge too, right? You got to remember, you got to also, you can see how this one, the tail's bent a little bit.
Yeah.
they shipped them to me in a bag instead of a tray.
Yeah. So
no, so that's a no-go for me. I'm they're gonna all come in a tray because I want to make sure that these things, when you get them, they're not gonna. I don't want them to swim wrong. I want the action to be just right, and you know, you would be shocked at how much they charge you for these things. Like, you can make these things for like nothing, and they charge you, 50 cents extra to put them in there. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And
I'll tell you, Kitech, the smaller Kitech that I use, they don't come in a tray.
They come in.
If I open them up and they're all bent, either I'll just take a lighter and kind of warm it up a little bit, or if I want to straighten them out beforehand, I drop them in a pot of boiling water and then pull them out.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, and packed individually in the trays, that's good.
Yeah.
Kitech has them where they're just in a case, you know. So yeah, you get some that are bent, but you can fix that. But yeah, I'm really excited about that swim bait.
Yeah.
But I'm more excited about, the go fork your tail.
Yeah. Yeah, get forked.
Yeah. I like that. I can't wait for that to come out. Because, like I said, I got a ton of grande bass hanging on the wall, and I'm just going to add to my collection because I think that is amazing.
What length you like in these?
4.5, 5, 6.
How about everybody else in the chat? What length do you want and get forked?
What length is that one you're holding up?
Hold, please, while I go and get a measuring tape. That one is, from start to finish, 4 inches.
Okay. Hey, Rick, I'll give you a neat hint. Do you have your wallet on you?
Yeah.
If you pull out any bill, any U.S. bill is 6 inches.
Oh, see, this is why you're giving away all the secrets, and that's why the Pentagon, it might take away your classified. So.
Well, when I was a kid, I used to trout fish, and catching brook trout, they had to be 6 inches or bigger, so you always carried $1 in your pocket.
Got it. All right. Well, this is all good feedback. Make sure you get with Rafi and give him your feedback. And to everyone else in the chat, thank you. I see it. Maybe we need to make a couple different sizes in this. Maybe we settle at 4.5, but I know Kitech makes one at 4. I don't know what Rapala makes theirs in. I don't really care. I just want to make sure that it's something you guys will use. So these are going to be in an upcoming box. If you
make those in the 2 sizes that you have the rattlesnake in, I'll be happy. And as far as the swim bait,
these are 375s.
Yeah.
These are
375.
Yeah.
Yeah. So close to 4 inch. I like the 375, 475. That's usually the length that I use.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. All right, man. Thank you. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, buddy.
All right, man.
Take care. Have a good night.
Thanks. You too. Bye. All right. So we got some sizes. We got some colors. These are going to be coming to you guys. You're going to get them absolutely first. I promise you. And if you've never seen the Grande Bass Square Bill, which I didn't know they had, I guess when they sold the company, Tackle Warehouse, didn't think we were going to make any more of those, so they sold them. The Grande Bass Square Bills, they sold them out on their store and never placed a reorder. And then I found out like where they're made and everything, and so I just ordered 2,000 of them, and I'm going to put them I'm going to send them to you guys to check out because I want feedback. because, the new product testing program is going to kick off right after the Z-Man box, which we're going to talk about. I'm going to get you guys feedback, and we're going to design it together, because the first bait that's coming to you guys in April, because March is going to be Z-Man. So if you've got a platinum subscription, you're getting a Z-Man takeover. If you don't, contact support. You can upgrade for $5, and you'll be in the you'll guarantee in March you're going to get your Z-Man takeover. It's got 2 jackhammers in it. It's a pretty solid box. We'll have Daniel, the president of Z-Man, back on the show. We'll talk about the baits, all of that, and then starting in April, the first bait that you guys will be testing for a brand that I can't tell you. I can tell you that it's a tier 1 brand that is sold in 1,000 retail locations. And the first bait that you'll be testing is a buzz bait. They're going to give it to us in 4 colors to test. I've got them, and basically it's going to come in like black and white packaging. You guys it'll have a QR code to the survey. You're going to provide the feedback. We're going to give the feedback back to the brand. They're going to then use it to make their final production changes. And then when it's ready for prime time and market, we're going to have that bait again. So we're going to be able to see this is what they started with, and based upon your feedback, because their team has already done the research and development to get the product to where it is. And then the final thing that they're going to do is send it out to the Monster Bass community. You guys will all get to test it, give the feedback, and then you'll get the finished product. And so far we've got a buzz bait lined up. We've got a brand that's going to do a frog. We've got a brand that's going to do, where is it? I got it somewhere. We got a buzz bait. We got a frog. We got a square bill. We got a crankbait, a medium diver. What else? It's mostly hard baits. Oh, I got a spinner bait. And these aren't all from one brand. The moment I published the press release saying that once we had the buzz bait lined up, I put it out there, and the brand started like calling, and they said, we want to be a part of it. And like literally when I tell you that you guys are going to shape and mold a lot of the new baits, you guys are going to get to be a part of that. And I think that's super cool. And we want to make sure that we take care of you guys and not just send you like great value every month. Because at the end of the day, great value is one thing, right? But do you want like just a box full of stuff, or do you want like some cool new stuff? And the challenge with new stuff is always, right, it comes out and then they got to fill the stores. And so now you're 6 months or a year later before you're getting a lot of the new stuff. When, now if we were only selling 100 boxes a month, okay, I can get you all the new stuff all day long. But the idea that you guys get to test this stuff is going to be super cool. I'm really excited to bring that to you guys. I thought that was a really cool thing. So, anyone have any questions for me in the chat? Oh, is that for platinum or is that also for gold? Okay, Ronald, I don't have an answer yet because a lot will depend on how many that they can send us. Platinum is guaranteed to get the product testing items. Let me take a look. I'll tell you, I can actually take a look right now and tell you how many. It should be enough for platinum, multi, and gold. We should have enough. So you should be good. But platinum is always going to be guaranteed to get a product testing bait. And then if I have enough, it'll go to multi because they're a platinum level box. And then whatever's left will go into gold. I doubt that we'll ever get enough for silver. So if silver wants to upgrade to gold, or gold wants to upgrade to platinum, it's $5 upgrade is a bonus for members instead of having to pay full price. What is this box stuff? Well, I just refer to it as a box, a bag, a box. I'll be honest, I'd like to find a way to redesign the bags. The challenge is like you know, if I spend too much on the bait bags, then I got to take away from the bait budget. And then, you know, some kids doing a video on YouTube comparing us with somebody else and like, well, look at this one. And their value is X. And I don't want to put a, you know, of mystery or someone else, and the value of mine was Y. And, you know, because I don't want to put a value on the bait bag and say, well, it's actually, you're getting all this stuff. So, is it a subscription? The product testing is part of the monthly subscription. So you'll get it automatically included. You'll get it automatically included in it. So, all right. Any other questions? I'll answer every single question you guys got for me. Oh, cool. I'm glad you liked 5150. Yeah. I got introduced to 5150 by AJ Gore a few years ago, and the new owners have been trying to figure out how they can, because it's a smaller brand, right? And you know, they're primarily sold all over Arizona. I think they've got one location in Nevada, one location in California, and they're just slowly getting the word out. But yeah, they make some great baits. I really like their worm that it looks just like a robo worm. And I'm glad that we were able to get some of their baits. Maybe we'll see them again. Maybe we won't. I don't know. All right, do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up for me. I'm gonna give you my picks for the week. Last week for the first round of the NFL playoffs, I went 4-2. I did not see Washington, you know, kicking that field goal and beating Tampa. And what was the other one I missed? I picked the Rams to upset Vikings. Who didn't I pick? I don't remember. Man stuff, dad stuff. Yeah, Arthur Bland is correct. If you boil them, they won't crack because it's PVC. They will. So, and yes, I know you're not knocking the bags. I appreciate the feedback. It doesn't matter what it doesn't matter how thick I make them. You know, if I make them too thick, they're not pliable, and then they won't crack. But okay, yes, everyone. It's hard not to like the Lions. I love their coach. I mean, what a guy! What a guy! All right, so my picks this week. I like the Chiefs over the Texans. I like the Lions over the Commanders. I like this one. The last two are going to kill me. I love the Ravens. I really love the Ravens, but they're playing in Buffalo. God, I love the Ravens. I love Lamar Jackson. He's having a heck of a season. I'm going to pick the Bills over the Ravens. And my upset is I'm going to pick the Rams over the Eagles. That's my one upset. Rams over the Eagles. So there you have it. So again, thank you guys so much. I'm going to do some golden tickets. I want to say thank you. Thank you for everyone that donated and bid on prizes. Thank you to anyone that you know, the link at the top of the chat. Again, whether $10 makes a big difference. $10 is going to a veteran. And if you catch your PB this year, I'm going to give you it back. And it's a trust thing, right? I don't know your PB. I don't trust, or I mean, I don't know your PB. I'm just going to trust you. And if you hit me up and tell me you beat your PB, I'll make the donation in your name and I'll give you your money back. So it all goes to a worthy cause. I mean, like I said, I never served, but these guys and their families made the ultimate sacrifice so we can go fishing. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, how can we not help them? It boggles my mind that there are vets that can't afford to eat. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense to me, and that's it on my soapbox. So, all right, guys, golden ticket numbers 2323 10651 8068. I'm going to put it in the chat so you don't have to remember all this. There's your golden tickets. There's your golden tickets. Oh, one last thing. Update on the BFS rod. So we have a BFS series of rods. There's two. There's a finesse and an ultra finesse. The final rods are in Will's hands. Will, if you remember, he designed the lunker sticks. He designed the BFS series, and he's testing them now. This is like it's interesting because the lunker sticks we designed in probably 3 revisions. The BFS we've had countless, 9, 10, can't tell you. But we need a little bit more time. And so hopefully at the end of the day, they're going to turn out amazing because I won't allow them to hit the market until Will gives them the final blessing. So, yeah, so there's your update. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys so much for everything, and stay safe out there. And I did see Caro. Thank you. I will remember to, I got to take care of myself. I'm going to get together with a couple of the guys tonight, and I'm going to get all the help that I can get in terms of just support, just to be able to talk about it and all that, because it's a lot. It's a lot. The devastation's real, and it's in my backyard, and it's affected a lot of my friends. And so I just want to say thank you guys. Thank you all. And thank you, Rochelle, for your service. And like I said, your package is on its way. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you next week.